Old Hall. James Hayden slides up the inside, but it's Neil Hodgson you've got to watch out for. How confident is that? Follows through. You thought that was easy to look at. Believe me, it's not. So Neil Hodgson now chases Hayden. Hodgson keen not to land underneath him when he went out of the curve.
Well, as you always say, Keith, if you make it look easy at this level, you're very, very good. That's just what happens.
Neil Hodgson is indeed very, very good. He won at Donington Park the World Superbike race, race 2. He won race 1 here today, the 7th race in the 24 race series of British Superbikes. Can he close in for a good podium position? At the moment, he's lying in 4th place on bike number 4. Hizzy is back with his fellow Scotsman, Neil Mackenzie. Mackenzie looks at the inside of Hizzy, doesn't get it, so Seven Mackenzie stays back there.
I'm not convinced, though, that Neil Hodgson is making inroads into the front too, Keith. I think Hizzy is going backwards relative to the rest of the
You're
moment.
absolutely right. Round the outside goes Neil Mackenzie. That's a class manoeuvre. We'd expect nothing less from Mackenzie, of course, unless it's, of course, round the outside of Hizzy, who we expect some fairly class manoeuvres from as well. I think Hizzy's got a bit of a problem there because he's now slipping back slowly but surely. Didn't seem to be wanting to challenge Mackenzie either. So Hislop, is it a retirement situation for him in this race, or will he stay out there to stick with 6th place? Over the line, Reynolds is still with it, so 2. Chris Walker still leads at Old Hall with number 3. John Reynolds on the Rev A Red Bull Ducati. So Suzuki versus Ducati down the avenue towards Cascades.
This is as it's been since the green light, these two this close.
Yeah, and this is John Reynolds, well, I should say Ducati's favourite corner on this track. Again, just that much better than the Suzuki down the hill. Here comes Reynolds!
Yeah.
John Reynolds slides up, he's got to go for it. As Walker, intelligent Walker there, cuts it tight. Oh dear.
Good racing.
That was class from Chris Walker. He thought
look at John
through there. Yeah, but where's he going to go?
I was surprised rather than admiration. I wondered what he was up to there for a moment.
Probably running a bit hot, but Walker, Katie Laheath there of the National Tyre Suzuki team with blonde hair. While we look at Falston's, I've got to say, John Reynolds made a good job. Chris Walker was so tactically astute there. He knew where Reynolds was going to track. Really, he thought that well, several seconds before it actually happened. He'd be good at chess, Chris Walker, if he could be bothered.
Has that constant with the front 2 let the men in 3rd and 4th get up within range?
Well, we're going to get a bit of an indication.
No, not really.
No, I think Hayden's still in 3rd. In fact, I think you're right, Julian. Hayden is closer to the front 2 men. Hodgson is being dragged through as well. Keep an eye on this shot, yes, definitely. No doubt about it. Big wheelie and Hayden there out onto this back straight as we come down to Lodge Corner again into that braking area. Walker under the severest of pressure now.
I keep on thinking Reynolds has braked later than is possible, and Walker brakes a yard and a half later.
Yeah. Hurry up for Hodgson. There he is then. He's just getting the signal. I wonder if that'll help. Probably not. A bit like you telling me to shut up.
Yes, a pointless exercise as John Reynolds again shadows Chris Walker down the hill towards Cascades. Oh, they are close up.
We've got a race coming on here in the closing stages of this 2nd Superbike race. The crowd are on their feet, and this is why Hayden and Hodgson are closing in on Walker and Reynolds. Just over a second the distance covering these top 4 riders.
It's come down significantly in the last lap and a half.
Indeed. Will our voices be up for it?
No.
Round the shell hairpin then. Hayden and Walker. Right there now with Reynolds. So we have got the National Tyre Suzuki of Chris Walker leading the, yes.
Bit of tension there then.
That was the INS Ducati camp, whose man is in 4th place at the moment.
The question you ask now is Neil Hodgson been even cooler than we thought?
Well, the 3 Ducatis there hanging in behind Chris Walker's Suzuki. Which of the Ducati men is it going to be that gets on terms with him? Hodgson is looking good. He's got to make a pass on Hayden, though.
But Hayden's fast enough. He's going up to them at the moment,
well, yeah, that's exactly right. But they're just about on them, Julian. So you've really got to think about something now. And there is Karen Atkins.
Well, it's teammate versus teammate coming up at the moment. Red Bull Revy.
June Atkins there as well. Ben Atkins, team owner's wife. So then, as we watch.
Neil
Hodgson taking a look at that. I think I got a bit premature in my screen.
No,
there.
I think that was a definite think about it. At the very least, a rehearsal.
Down into the dip of the Isley. Up onto the start and finish straight now. Maybe a pass at Old Hall, because certainly Hodgson, this is where he was so good earlier on and so good again.
Beautiful.
Look at that, straight through. Neil Hodgson in under James Hayden. James Hayden will have appreciated that.
Yep, he will later maybe.
Lap 16 of 18 laps.
And has Hodgson been cooler than we thought possible?
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, like, he's in 3rd place at the moment, Julian. He's got to make a pass on Reynolds and Walker. They are 2 very difficult.
Tall order.
He's already there. He's already right there with Reynolds. He's going to... He's going to get him at Ireland then.
I thought Reynolds was going to get Walker as well. I thought we were having 3 abreast.
We're going to get 3 abreast down in the braking area here at Shell. It's a long way round the outside.
Make that 4 abreast.
Yeah, because Hayden's back in the party. Mind you, can't keep him away from the party.
Absolutely not.
Out towards Folston's now. There's 4 of them. This is where Walker is so good, scrabbling that fight through here. Just hustles it through. Everyone else out in a bit of a wide line, grabs a couple of
look at that.
There. Walker every time gets it through. Over Hilltop then, down to Knickerbrook. Here comes Hodgson. Hodgson on the brakes, down into Knickerbrook. Oh dear me, Neil Hodgson looked like he was going for that there, but I think Reynolds was just as better as they tipped into Knickerbrook.
And Hayden was thinking about the inside of Hodgson. Back markers.
Out towards Druids. Now, who will benefit from this back marker? Hodgson is absolutely all over the rear end of Reynolds. They're going to have what? A lap to go in a minute.
A lap to go in a second.
On lap 16 of the 18, so indeed there will be 1 lap left to go. Back markers out of the way. No passing at a favourite passing place, that is at Lodge. Still it's Chris Walker who's going to lead on to the last lap. John Reynolds gets the signal.
2 laps to go, sorry, that was 16 of 18, 17 and 18 to go. The maths went missing again.
Oh, well, I'm used to it, Julian. I'm glad to have you back here confirming my ineptitude. Down Avenue, spelling aptitude. Down the avenue towards Cascades.
2 T's.
Thank you, I'll take 1. Walker, Reynolds, Hodgson, Hayden, McKenzie and Hislop. That's your top 6, but Hislop is out of it. 8 seconds behind the leader. 4 men still in it.
Less than 3/4 of a second over the line between first and 4th.
Island corner, the left-hander down now towards Shell. No passing here yet unless somebody makes a mistake. On Walker, he's got the tightest
Reynolds
line.
out.
No, not wide enough. He's just pulling it tight for the last part of the corner, Jules.
To give himself
up towards Folston's. You're near enough, right? I'll fill in the gaps.
Yeah.
We're at Folston's chicane now. Still Chris Walker. Still John Reynolds. Still Neil Hodgson and still James Hayden. Really, any one of these 4 could win this. If there's a mistake out of the front man, everybody's going to be scrabbling for it.
Hayden's not out of this.
Oh, here comes Hodgson. Hodgson up the inside. He shabbied at it last time.
Oh, brilliant.
Got it that time.
Brilliant.
He looked at it the last lap round, didn't do it. So, it's going to be Hodgson versus Walker just one more time.
Replay of the first race today. Replay of the World Superbike round at Donington a couple of weeks ago. This is what the enormous crowd paid their money to come and see.
Well, no wonder the sun came out. God must have known this was going to happen. Down then to the last set of corners. This is the National Tyre Suzuki mob. Last lap time, it says, for the stalker. Walker is being stalked. He is not the stalkee. Heading out over the line then. And it's Chris Walker that leads on to the last lap. Oh, Hodgson is there. Back markers. Well, they did Chris Walker a whole load of good in race 1. Will it be the other way round here in race 2?
And look at Reynolds in 3rd. Right there. He could challenge.
Down towards Cascades. This is where the Ducati is very, very good. He will get a run at it. Both of them. We got Hodgson and Reynolds running at Chris Walker. We got 3 back markers that we're going to meet right where we don't want them.
Here we go.
Oh, beautiful stuff into Ireland. Chris Walker will tough it out. Back markers. Hodgson is going to get them first. He's going to get them perfectly into the braking area. They're not going to affect Hodgson's turn in. They're not going to affect Walker. Oh! Hodgson is knocked down and away by Walker. There was a space, but it was only just.
Motocross block pass there from Chris Walker.
Chris Walker there, well, if the red mist wasn't already all over Hodgson's face, it's going to be now. Out of the chicane, back marker in the way. That's slow Walker's progress onto this straight. Hodgson is going to be looking to try and make a pass. Not down into Knickerbrook, I don't believe. Last corner time for these 2, because we know Hodgson is good on the brakes there. Let's see what Chris Walker can do.
That back marker was vital. He stopped Walker escaping by half a dozen bike lengths, Keith.
Druids next, the double right-hander. This will be crucial to line up the straight down towards Lodge corner. Chris Walker is looking very good. It's about Hodgson. Can Hodgson? Oh, Walker got sideways. He lost speed. Walker was sideways. He lost speed, so Hodgson's gone with him. Hodgson is alongside him. It's a long way round.
Oh, big one, big touch.
Wow.
They're both off.
Goes off. Who's it going to be that gets back on the track first? The leaders have gone through. Walker falls down. Hodgson manages to stay upright. Reynolds is gifted a win from Hayden. Catherine is it's Neil Hodgson's girlfriend. She holds her lips in despair. Her man has gone. Karen Atkins, though.
First and second for Red Bull.
Well, there is Walker. Controversy at the last corner on the course. Neil McKenzie turned in early as Chris Walker was turning out. So they had a bit of a coming together, bit of 6 of one and half a dozen the other from where I'm concerned. John Reynolds will not care one jot. Ben Atkins there, Reve Red Bull Ducati owner, and we can take another look at this as they run on down into Shell first of all. Hodgson held his nerve here, got under the back markers in plenty of time, and as he tipped in, he was just running a bit hot, and Walker shoved it straight underneath him. Now Walker, I have to say, Walker was very hard there. He pushed Hodgson real hard going in. So I think there was a gap, but it wasn't big enough to probably make that pass. Now then, watch Hodgson. He just